Hey, I'm rolling.
Alright. Well, we got this coyote a while ago and thought we'd share with you how we skin them out. This is a nice male out of the Dakotas. We just open them up. We go from the back leg just below the hock. Make one nice slice down toward the center. We don't try to get into the meat if we can help it. This coyote's still a little bit warm, so he should skin out pretty good. Generally, when Ed and I get home in the evening and have a lineup of coyotes here, I'll be opening up the coyotes, which I'm doing here, and then he'll put them on the skinning machine and finish them. They're a little bit tough right here around the hock. Let's go to the other ones. This is just a fillet knife, a nice long blade. You have pretty good control over it. Another good knife is the Wiebe knife. I've got several of those too. Got one right here. It's a good knife, that Wiebe knife. Clean him up.
Yep. Except I got myself stuck there. Alright. Well, we go ahead and start out at the tail. We have usually a white fur that comes down about there, halfway down the coyote, and getting my knife started into it and just running it up straight up. Just come around each side of the anus and catch up with the fur line where it was cut. Same thing on the other side. And you know, this is a part of the fur, I think, that just adds value. If guys haven't learned to skin and everything, I think it's good to get that started in your fur career. I think it's making you'll have a lot better quality animal. These are heavy furred animals, and really you don't really see where you cut a lot of times. There we go. I'm gonna raise it up a little more. Pull that down over that haunch. And a hot coyote pulls a lot easier than a cold one, and I thought I'd take advantage of this. Make sure I got it cut all the way through, and there it is. Got a little bit of hair right there. I need to take care of. There we go. There we go. Can you get it, Richard? Alright. Just cutting that tail out doesn't take too much to strip them. Cut high enough so you don't do it. See if you can get that on there.
I got a steel tail stripper here. They make plastic ones too, but
there we go.
Makes quick work out of it, and then You always need to go down the tail and split it clear to the very end.
There we go. That's a male. Young male coyote. And it fell on the ground again. Alright. This is a fur grabber. I got a long time ago. Okay, let me grab my, I need a seal. All right, so, you know, we're just going to poke the holes in here, and I'll strip it out. Might be better. Come in from the back side, there we go. And just pull that leg down and do the same on the other side. There we go. There you go, Richard. I'll finish this. And we're only going to have one other pull on the coyote, and just to get the ears exposed. I used to cut the legs off, but you know, when these winches got a lot better, it solved that problem. Alright, got my ear exposed, and it's cold enough even the hide sticking on it. Go ahead and cut the ears out for now. And just go underneath them with a knife and cut up, and you'll have your cartilage exposed. There we go. Cut down along the side and cut that down a little bit more. This is only my second coyote of the season, so you know, the speed picks up with practice.
Just takes a while to get that rhythm back.
It does, yeah. You just got to get your everything going. You know, Richard, we're talking pretty much frozen coyotes when we're doing some of this stuff, and Richard, he'll have a coyote opened up in about 3 minutes, and I'll try to skin them in about 3 on the machine, including the head and everything. So I don't need this. I don't need the bottom jaw, so I'll get rid of that out of my way. And now just
let me show them here a thing on the eyes. A lot of people have great big eyes holes, but what I like to do is I like to find the eye.
I'm in a bad position here, Richard.
Come in this way on the eye, your knife, and then you cut upwards, and then you get a nice clean little hole for the eyes. See how that works? A little hard to see, but you'll get onto it. In a minute here, Ed will show you how to take the glands out of the coyotes, the glands that he wants to save for his lures. And try to get the whole nose there. And that's
there you go.
That's the hide.
That was pretty good. You know, I don't want to overcomplicate the gland deal. There's a lot of small glands we can go after. To keep it simple for most trappers, simply we just need the anus. Now the thing about the glands on the anus is right here on the sides. Cut that out. So we don't want to make it so pretty that we cut out the anus, the anal glands. And so get about that much intestine, about 6 inches. Push your scat back into it. If your lure dealer wants something different, then just ask them. And coyotes do a lot of kickbacks and stuff, especially this male here.
Let's get that gland in front of the camera.
Yeah, and so I mean, I cut about 6 inches, and you can see the little pockets right here. It's a little somewhat fatty tissue, but that's also where the gland is on the coyote. So we don't want to cut that out and just have intestine, if you follow what I'm saying. So you're going to have a little hair on it. That's normal when you're trying to save everything. And a lot of this for the lure dealer, it'll add bulk, but not necessarily product. But we'll take some of that. I'll take some of that fur off of it, and then we'll weigh it out. But you know, you can save a lot of money on your baits and lures by doing it. And this heel pad is another quick one to get. Right there, and you just cut off the heel pad where they're doing their kickbacks.
Pull that foot up so we can see what you cut off.
Okay, right there on the heel pad. And I'll cut the other one off as well. So we got a gland right in here, or underneath of these, and I'll do the same thing to this one, and just cut into it. And you know, you just, my gloves are a little thick. So we end up with these just little glands on the back end. So we got the anal, and we have the 2 foot pads. That's pretty, those are pretty much the bread and butter of a lot of, you want some help there? So what we have here is we have the anal gland, 2 foot pads. Those are easy glands for a trapper to use and get in a short period of time. I just go ahead and store them in the sack here. I'll show you one other gland if I can get them to pop out. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's right here in the hot gland. And it's just a little BB. And this is a young coyote. He doesn't have them very well exposed yet. And sometimes they're right there. There it is. A little tiny, I'll show it to you. But it's just a little tiny pea is all that is. And it's a hot gland. And that's a good gland to get. It's right here where we're doing it. Sometimes when you're pulling the fur off the coyote, you'll actually see the hot gland pop out. It just sticks to the hide. And let's see if I can get the other one. Sometimes I get lucky, sometimes I don't. And there we go. There it is. And one more pea. So we got the hot glands, the anal gland.
Wicked sharp every time you pick it up. Wiebe knives feature a replaceable blade design sporting a surgical grade scalpel edge for a long-lasting and consistent use. And every Wiebe knife comes with up to 24 replacement blades. After all, it's a Wiebe. Order your replacement blades today with a $5 flat rate shipping on any sized order at WiebeKnives.com.